Welcome to the next video. In this video we're going to actually get to see the AutoScaler in action. We'll load it up onto the chart. It may adjust a few of the settings, and then we'll basically turn it on and see if it can do its thing. We notice we have the Expert Advisors button turned on, so when we load that, that should automatically turn on. We'll go over here, click on AutoScaler, drag it onto the charts. First thing we want to do is make sure we check Allow Live Trading and Allow DL Imports. Like I said, we don't check those, it does not work. Come to the inputs. See, number of trades, that'll be fine, 5, we'll leave that at that. Pips between trades at 10, I'm going to change that to 3. I want to see, hopefully we could actually see a trade triggered while we're here. 5-digit, need to change that to true because I have a 5-digit broker. Take profit pips is 20, that's fine. Stop loss pips, 25 is too big for this. I'm going to put it in at about 12. I don't want to have a huge stop loss on this trade. Trailing stop is enabled. Trailing stop pips at 10. Let's change that to 5. And we'll leave slippage at 5. That's fine. Hit OK. We have the smiley face up here. That's a good sign. So now what we do, we place a trade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a sell trade on the pound dollar. You can see that when we opened right here this afternoon, a few hours ago, we had a little bit of crazy activity there for the first few minutes. But since then, it's been more or less moving down. So let's just go ahead and ride that trend down. I'm going to go ahead and place a new order. I don't want the volume is a little bit too high on that. We're going to place smaller pips. Now, earlier you might remember when I mentioned the letters SY, and do not change them, do not mess with them. Here's where it comes in. In the comment section, type in a capital SY. What that will do is that will actually turn this AutoScaler on for these trades. What you can do is you can load the AutoScaler onto a chart, not turn it on, and when you place a trade, all you're going to be doing is placing whatever trade you just manually sent in. That's the only trade that will be placed. You won't see any pending orders hanging around, none of that. It's just going to be the only one. But by typing SY in there, when I hit sell, hopefully what I will see is every 3 or 4 pips is a new pending order hanging around. So there's the OK button. Notice these are all the stop losses. These are the pending stop losses that are being put in there. Those are the red lines. And you notice down here, here's our pending buy orders. And below that, here are all of our pending profit targets. And just to get a better view of what that all looks like, if we open up the terminal and go to today's trade, here is the trade we were in. We're currently down about $1.30. No big shock there. And here are all of our pending orders. They are 1, 2, 3. See how many do I have? 5? No, 4. 4 pending order. Yeah, it should be 4. Better be 4. 01, 77, 74, 71, and 68. Oh, 80? No, there are 5. Well, in that case, everything I said on that earlier one is wrong. On the earlier video, when I had done this before, I believed I'd only had, when I had the 5 set, I was only getting 4 pending orders. Perhaps there were 5, perhaps I miscounted. Well, anyway, okay. When you see the 5 as your default for number of orders, that's how many pending orders will be placed. So technically I've got 6 orders hanging around here. Now, one thing for you to understand. Stop losses are trailing. They will trigger when price moves a certain distance. That's wonderful. That's all great. You may want to get everything out at the same profit target. When the first trade that was placed up here finally touches the first stop loss, that may be where you want to get out. If so, right now, you're going to have to manually go in on each one of these pending orders. You just click it, highlight it, right-click, and you click Modify Order. And you can go in and you can adjust the take profit and the stop loss, although I wouldn't touch the stop loss right now. That's pretty much under control. But the take profit settings, you can adjust so that when the first trade that we place it at 83. And like I said, we're looking to get out about 20 pips away, so somewhere around 63 we would want to get out. You can manually adjust these up to whatever target you want, but you can put them all on, say, 63 even, which would be more or less, or maybe 63.1. That would be 20 pips away from where our entry was at. And right now, like I said, you'll just have to go through and manually change each one of these so that they all match. So when this one price is hit, all of the orders are taken out at the same price. I do have Jack working on a newer version of this, and I suggested that he incorporate drag and drop, where you could just put your mouse on the existing take profit lines and then just drag them up to whatever existing level you want, and that way you don't have to fool around, running numbers up and down on those little things that they give you, which are a joke to begin with. But anyway, that's it. We have 5 pending orders. One last thing. Okay, here's one last thing. You notice up here it says delete me to close all. That's if you recall, I said there was a phrase that's going to appear in yellow. And if you delete that phrase, it will close all of your open orders. It will not close the pending orders. If you use this, you're going to have any pending orders still hanging around, you will need to manually remove those from the system, which is not a problem. You just right-click on it, and when it comes to modify or delete order, you click on it, you choose delete, it takes the order right out of the system. But for all of your open orders, where it says delete me to close all, just right-click here in the chart somewhere, choose the objects list. And you'll notice right here at the top it says delete me to close all. Highlight it, and when you get to that point, all you have to do is click the delete button, and it will delete all of your open orders. So as I mentioned before, maybe you're down here, you're more or less close to your profit line, but maybe there's a pivot line in the way, and price just doesn't seem to want to go through the pivot line. Well, you can either wait and see if it happens, or you can quit screwing around and you can just delete all of your open orders at one time, take profit on all of the trades at that one price, whatever it may be, and then move on with your next trade. So anyway, that's all there is to this. It's very simple. It works like a champ. Do remember that, as I mentioned in the earlier one, I was under the impression that if you had a total of 5 orders, that included the one manual order you had to place. But I just placed this one, and we got 5 pending orders. So I was mistaken on that. That's not how I recall it working when I was playing with it earlier this week. But as you may recall from my email, Jack has been sort of incommunicado for the entire week. He was essentially hiding in a bomb shelter in Syria, trying to avoid getting blown up with the rest of his family. So, he wasn't able to answer any questions, and frankly, I forgot to ask him that one when I finally got back in touch with him on Saturday. So, anyway, that's how it works. And if I'm around and I'm awake, I'm just going to leave this order up. I'm kind of curious to see if this will work out. I know it works out. I've played with this and had orders taken out both from stop losses and profits, so I know it works. These are all just regular MT4 orders here now. All the EA did was place them for you and save you the trouble of having to go through and manually place them. So then after that, it's just a matter of the platform doing what the orders tell it to do. So it should be no problem. But if I'm awake and there's been any activity, maybe I'll make a follow-up video on this trade. But how this trade turns out is irrelevant. This was done strictly to show you how the EA worked and show you that in fact it does work. So as you can see, it does work. So thanks again for checking it out. And if you have any questions, drop me a line, jeff@simpleforexsystem.net, and I'll get an answer to you as quick as I can. So thanks again for checking it out. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.